Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a while since I've been face to face. It's mainly just been gaming videos and whatnot. But yeah, I'm back with kill counts. It's been a while. I had to do The Amazing Spider-Man, which was, it took me a little bit. Took me like maybe 5 days or so. And then I had to do The Incredible Hulk, which took me a while. And then I had to watch this, Japanese Spider-Man. Thankfully, this one I can actually make a video about. So yeah. But yeah, we're actually making a dent in the Marvel, in the Marvel movies. I know. It's kind of crazy. But yeah. Hopefully this is the background for a while, at least until I get my own place. This will be the background that you guys see for pretty much every kill count or any face-to-face videos. Hopefully, I don't know if you can really see, background's pretty bland. I'm hoping to get some stuff. You guys can't even really see it, but you know, I got some stuff. I'm hoping to, you know, like really spice it up when you guys actually can't see it. But yeah. Anyway, Japanese Spider-Man. It's not very good. It had a total of 42 episodes, with most of it being, with pretty much every episode being 23 minutes long. And I will tell you this, just disclaimer, it's only here for a couple scenarios, but there is times where the full episode wasn't there, because I watched this on Internet Archive. That was the only place I could find it. But yeah, I watched this on Internet Archive, and there was episodes that were like literally 5 minutes long. I'm not lying. Just five fucking minutes. It's insane. But yeah, that's what I watched this on. That's what I watched the entirety of it on. And yeah, so okay, let me go run through the basic premise and plot of the movie. So, it's not Peter Parker, because it's in fucking Japan, but it's instead. Hold on. I was gonna have this prepared. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm terribly sorry for the unprofessionalness of the video. Yeah, the main characters instead, Takagi Yamashiro, and his father, Dr. Yamashiro, who is, I think he studies like meteors and shit, died to this, and I'm not exaggerating, very evil empire called the Iron Cross Army. Dude, I don't exaggerate whatsoever when I say that these guys are fucking evil. Like, if you could think of the most pure evil fucking villain, the Joker, Darkseid, I mean, I think Reverse Flash, yeah, Reverse Flash, people who are just like pure evil. I think they have probably done more fucked up shit because they've just been appeared in more shit. But still, the Iron Cross Army is up there with some of the most evil villains in all of cinema history. It's insane. Like, how do I... Okay. I'm trying to think of like the stuff that they've done. So, they willingly kill children on a regular basis. There is multiple episodes where that is like their main goal. They're trying to kill some children who found out about them or knows some knowledge. And they actually do. I'm not even like, there is multiple children that die by the Iron Cross Army. It's insane. But yeah, no, so it's not Peter Parker. It's Takagi Yamashiro. And someone still, it's his father. His father dies from the Iron Cross Army. And Takagi gets sent into this cave where he meets someone named Garia, who comes from this planet called Planet Spider. They specialize in fucking spiders in Planet Spider. And Planet Spider was overcome by the Iron Cross Army long ago, like 500 years ago. And Garia is the only surviving member. So Garia fled to Earth, and the Iron Cross Army followed. And Garia just like lived in a cave full of spiders. That's what Takagi falls into. And Garia injects spider's blood into Takagi, and that's what gives him the Spider-Man powers. Yeah, it's a little stupid, kind of, but not really. I don't know. It's kind of okay. There's two main people in his life, called Hitomi Sakuma and Shinko Yamashiro. Shinko is Takagi's sister. Oh, something else I think is pretty important to mention, because it's not like a key point of his character, but he is always riding around on a motorcycle, because that's what he is. Takagi is a motorcycle racer, I guess. It's never really like an important plot point. He's just always riding around on a motorcycle and shit. I don't know. I just figured it'd be a little important to mention that. Anyway, Shinko Yamashiro, that is Takagi's sister, and then Hitomi Sakuma is his girlfriend. And then I believe Ichiro is like his little brother. I'm not sure. I know he has a little brother, but I forget his name. I'm looking at the wiki and I can't fucking tell. Anyway. But yeah, his girlfriend. So his girlfriend is a reporter for like this newspaper. And dude, their relationship is cooked. It should not exist, because they are just not a good couple. Hitomi and Shinko is constantly calling Takagi pathetic, because like Takagi, he obviously has like a secret identity, so he tries to keep it to where, like, you know, when the Iron Cross Army or like anyone bad attacks, Takagi's just not there. And it's not like he's not there, he just like doesn't fight. He doesn't fight like he would as Spider-Man. But yeah, and they just like constantly call him pathetic, and like it's just like, dude, she's such a bad girlfriend, and Takagi's such a bad boyfriend. It's hilarious. The entire show is so goofy. But the thing is, like, not even halfway through, I just got used to it. I saw a clip. Oh, okay, brace yourselves here. I saw a clip on Reddit. No way. Anyway, I saw a clip on Reddit, and it was like saying how like Japanese Spider-Man was fucking bonkers. And it was a clip that I had already seen. I was like, okay. Like, I had no crazy reaction to it, because that was just Japanese Spider-Man. That was the entire show. Like, it's obviously not a good show. The writing, not good. But it's just so goofy and so fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Sorry. But yeah, that's the basic premise of it. The Iron Cross Army is trying to, in a sense, destroy Earth, and Spider-Man stops him. Also, yeah, real quick, there's also a movie. Yeah, there is a Japanese Spider-Man movie. However, it's not even really a movie because it's the exact same length as a regular episode, but it's just known as a movie, and it's filmed in like higher resolution. So yeah, I'm also covering that, but I figured I'd just toss it into the same video because it's literally just another episode, and it's set in between episodes 10 and 11, so that's when I'll be doing it. And it's actually a very important plot moment that I guess they just skip over. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Oh, a major thing. I don't know how I forgot to mention this. So, along with, the injection of Spider's blood into Takuji's body, Takuji also has this car called the Spider Machine GP7. First off, he says it's so goofy. I'm not gonna try and say it because I don't want to embarrass myself, but just look it up. It's so fucking goofy. Anyway, it's called the Spider Machine GP7. It's basically just a car. It's got like some guns on the front of it. It's got this like weird spoiler in the back. It's super weird, but yeah. And it flies too. I forgot to mention. Yeah, it flies too, because he has this big ass fucking ship called the Marveler, which, okay, the Marveler is what Garia, is basically just Garia's ship that he passed down to Takuji, and that's how Garia got to Earth. But yeah, that's what he uses to get into Marveler. And I'm not lying here. Marveler can transform into something called Leopardon, which is a giant fucking mech suit. The car was already crazy, let alone Marveler, the big-ass fucking ship, and then let alone the big-ass fucking mech suit. And I'm not even lying, this version of Spider-Man, the Japanese Spider-Man with the big-ass fucking mech suit, was what inspired Power Rangers. What? Not lying. It's insane that a version of Spider-Man inspired the Power Rangers. That's insane to think about. And apparently, this version of Spider-Man is going to be like a major character in Across the Spider-Verse. So I'm actually very excited about that. But yeah, no. A version of Spider-Man inspired the Power Rangers. It's fucking insane. It's insane to think about. Anyway. What are some other... I guess I should explain the villains. So, the main leader of the Iron Cross Army is called Professor Monster. He creates these things called machine mems, which are basically just like... Typically, they're animals, but he can turn humans into machine mems. Basically, it's like an animal or human with like it's like a cyborg almost. It's a genetically enhanced animal with cyborg parts to him, and they also have different like upgraded weapons and shit. That's like basically what he does. But like the main one who like commands all of the goons and like henchmen, and actually the goons and henchmen are called Ninders. So if I ever say Ninders in the kill count, that's what I'm talking about. The henchmen and whatnot. Anyway, so like the main commander of the Ninders and like the Professor Monster's like right hand woman, because it's a woman. It's a woman, by the way. By the way, it's a woman. Anyway, but yeah, like Professor Monster's like right hand woman is called a Mazonis, aka Seiko Yoshida. Yeah, Yoshida, whatever. Anyway, she's like the Professor Monster's right-hand man, and she's like actually commands all the ninders, and she actually does all the bad shit. Like, Professor Monster, all he does is creates the machine bems and then commands Amazingness to do shit. That's pretty much it. Amazingness is the one that actually does all the bad shit. She's the one who actually, like, tries to kill the children. Okay, she's the child killer, not Professor Monster. And a little later on down the line, actually very later on down the line, there are these two characters called Bella and Rita who were introduced. They were mummies. Actually, no. They were nuns. I know. They were nuns who were mummified and became Iron Cross Army henchmen. And they actually become Professor Monster's like two right-hand womans. Yeah. That's pretty much about it. I think I've explained about everything that I need to explain before getting into the kill count. I said we just jump into the kill count. Sorry. The stuff that I have recording on is on Discord. Okay. So season 1, episode 1, the time of revenge has come. Attack the Iron Cross Army. This is basically introducing us to Taka. Wait a minute, did I get the name wrong in the fucking kill count? No. Wait. Fuck! Wait. Hold on. Give me a second. Because... Is that... Okay, the wiki says two different things. I'm gonna call him Takuya. Because that's what I call him... That's what I call him in my kill count. Anyway, so this is basically Takuya's like backstory, introducing all the characters, setting up him becoming Spider-Man and whatnot. This is basically just him becoming Spider-Man. The Iron Cross Army attacks. He meets Garia. Garia gives him the powers, and Takuya fights a machine gun. That's basically about it. Yeah. By the way, I'm also doing monster deaths. I forgot to screenshot that. Shit. Anyway, I'll probably put that in a post later on. But almost every single episode, there's these things called machine bems. I've already explained machine. What am I doing, bro? Anyway, basically every episode the machine bem dies. I'm not going to count that as like the official kill count, but I did keep count of how many machine bems did die. And other things. It's complicated. Anyway, let's just get into it. So kill number 1 is Takuya's father. He was killed by some Iron Cross Army men. And that's like basically, that's like a whole central plot point. Takuya wants to defeat the Iron Cross Army to avenge his father. And then kill number 2 is Garia, the one obviously who gave Takuya his spider powers. Garia gave Takuya the powers, and then he just dropped dead. Like, Garia gave him the spider injection, and then boom, dropped dead. I think it's like by old age or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, in the first episode, there was 2 kills so far. Season 1, episode 2, A Strange Road, a man who follows his destiny. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about this one. You're gonna have to brace with me here. I forgot about a lot of these episodes. I forgot the plot. But I'm pretty sure in this episode, there is this, like, weird brain thing. You know, the machine bem that can, like, blind people. And he causes a bunch of car accidents. Spider-Man finds out about this, stops him. That's the gist. So kills number 3 to 8 were 6 people from Planet Spider, including its rulers and Garia's parents, who were obviously killed by the Iron Cross Army. This is shown like a little flashback showing Garia's backstory and like the taking of Planet Spider. And these are just people in the background. Kill number 9, the guy who saw something weird on the train, killed assumingly by Iron Cross Army member. I think it actually says in the episode that he died by suicide, but obviously he didn't die by suicide. He might have, because he just went insane from what he saw. He saw the machine bem on... So, like, yeah, the machine bem caused a train to crash, and I guess some guy saw it and then killed himself afterwards. There's no other confirmed deaths on the train, So yeah, I'm only counting the one guy. But in total, there was 7 kills in the second episode, and there's 9 kills so far. Season 1, Episode 3, Mysterious Thief versus Spider-Man 001. Yeah. And there was no kills in this episode. Basically, just a rundown of the plot. So there's this thief, and the Iron Cross Army, I guess, catches word of the thief, captures him, hypnotizes him with, like, the flashing lights. Actually, I think this is the one that has the flashing lights. Yeah, this is the one that has the flashing lights. Because they flash the lights at him, and then, like, hypnotize him and make him part of the Iron Cross Army. And actually, what they do is they, like, dress him up as Spider-Man and make people think that Spider-Man's the bad guy. It's kind of like a Chameleon story, if you know who Chameleon is. Basically, Chameleon can transform his body into other people, and he's actually very famous. He's in, like, Spectacular Spider-Man. They make reference to him in the Insomniac games. He's in a bunch of comics and shit. Anyway, yeah, basically, he turns himself into Spider-Man multiple times, and he wreaks havoc and shit. That's the basic... Anyway, yeah, Chameleon can just change his body. That's what it's kind of like. It's kind of like a Chameleon story, but instead, it's just a costume. Season 1, Episode 4, The Terrifying Half-Merman, Miracle Calling, Silver Thread. Yeah, by the way, all the episodes have very weird names. Like, they just have very weird names. Killed 10 to 11 is the couple in the beginning in the Tama River, killed by the merman drowning them. Oh, yeah, okay. So, basically, in this one, there's a merman, and that's it. Spider-Man catches wind, and he stops it. Kill number 12 is a guy at the Tama River, killed by the merman, choking him to death. This one's kind of iffy, but I still counted it. So in total, there was 3 kills in the 4th episode, and there's 12 kills so far. Season 1, Episode 5 is Crash Machine GP7, The Oath Siblings. Oh, okay. So basically, there was this secret site where the Iron Cross Army was working, and this little kid went to go, like, was just wandering around, found the site, peeked in, saw them working, right? The Iron Cross Army saw him, so he ran away, and this is where he gets crazy. The Iron Cross Army ran him over. So this kid is barely alive. He is about to die. But Spider-Man saw this, and, well, I think it's more like Tagia. No, okay, so, like, Spider-Man saw it, and he took him to the hospital, and the only way that this kid can survive is with Takia's blood. Well, yeah, no, Spider-Man saw it, but Spider-Man, like, transformed back into, changed back into fucking Takia when he took him to the hospital. Anyway, but yeah, the only way for this kid to survive is a blood transplant from Takia. However, Takia has the blood of someone from Planet Spider, so that's obviously provides some conflict here. However, Takia gives his blood anyway. The kid lives. Spider-Man defeats a machine gun, whatever. Yeah. Kill 13 to 14 was 2 security guards in the beginning, killed by a throwing knife by Ninders. Kill 15 to 22 is 8 more security guards, killed by Chojinju's arm cannons. Kill 23 to 24 was the boy who received Takia's blood. The boy who, received Takia's blood, his parents, they were killed in a fire. That's also, that's another thing. Every kid in Japan, for some reason, their parents are dead, bro. They're cooked. They're done for. Anyway, so in total there was 12 kills in the 5th episode and 24 kills so far. Season 1, Episode 6, Shuddering Laboratory, Devilish Professor Monster. So basically in this one, this is kind of where it's like, humans turning the machine bems. Is it? I think so. Yeah. I think 3 guys were, like, Iron Cross Army captured 3 people and was going to turn them into machine bems, but they ran away. And that's basically it. The Iron Cross Army tracking them down and trying to turn them back into machine bems. So yeah. Code 25 to 26 is 2 guys running from the Iron Cross Army in the beginning. One of the 3 that was, killed by getting shot in a bear trap. So one of them gets shot, the other gets caught in a bear trap, but I'm assuming he just dies off screen. I mean, that's what I'm assuming. Code 27 is Yosuka, Takuya's childhood friend, and the 3rd guy from the beginning, killed by getting shot. In total, 3 kills in 6 episodes, 27 kills so far. Season 1, Episode 7, Fearful Hit Tune, Song Dancing Murder Rock. So basically in this one, there's this hit song called Spider-Man, and it's actually a banger. I'm not gonna lie, I actually recommend it. If you can find it on YouTube, like just a full song, go listen to it. It's not bad. Granted, it's in Japanese, but it's still catchy and it's still good. I mean, it was a banger. Anyway, so yeah, hit song comes out. Iron Cross Army, I guess, turns it deadly. They like fucking do something to it to make it to where any Spider-Man, once he hears it, it like hurts his head and some shit. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Code 28 to 33 was the 6th scientist at the research facility, killed by Sasora firing needles. Code 35 to 38 was the 5 band members, killed by Sasora firing needles, the 5 band members who created the song. Kill 39 was the lead scientist at the research facility, killed by Sasora choking him. Kill 40 to 41. Oh, I guess I should say what the research facility is. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. It's just a research facility. It's a research facility that they show. I don't know what they're doing. They probably explained it. I didn't fucking know. Anyway, kill 40 to 41 was 2 guards at the research facility. Yeah. 2 guards at the research facility, killed by Sasora. That's the machine bem. In total, there was 13 kills in the 7th episode, 41 kills so far. Season 1, Episode 8, a very mysterious folktale, The Cursed Cat Mound. Basically what this is there's like this famous folktale in the town of where they are about a cat demon. So what Iron Cross Army does is they dig up the cat demon and resurrect it and then make him work for them. And it's so stupid because, first off, who says that the cat demon wouldn't just kill the Iron Cross Army? It's a fucking demon. Why would it? I mean, I guess if it's evil, evil recognizes evil, you know what I'm saying? It's still a little stupid. I feel like a cat demon would literally just start attacking whoever it sees. I'm just saying. It's a little dumb in my book, but whatever. I didn't make the show. But yeah, basically the cat demon is working for the Iron Cross Army, and that's the gist. Yeah. Kill 42 to 43 was the 2 Japanese ladies killed by the demon cat. This is basically, it's like when Takuya and whatever her name is, his girlfriend, go to see like the cat lady who she's basically just like an old cat lady. She's like the old cat. Excuse me. She's like the old cat lady of the town. Yeah, and during the explanation of the backstory of the cat demon, it shows the cat demon killing 2 Japanese ladies. Kill 44 to 47 was 4 random Japanese ladies killed by the cat demon. I think this is also in the backstory. I'm not sure. Kill 48, the old lady who owned the cat demon, killed by the cat demon. Anyway, the cat demon, he gets resurrected and then he kills the old lady. But in total, there was 6 kills in the 8th episode and 48 kills so far. Season 1, Episode 9, Motion Accessory is a loveful beetle insect spy. Which one? This is fun. I think what the Iron Cross Army does is they basically just have a beetle spy on people. And then, yeah. Dude, I'm so sorry. I really don't remember this. If you truly have interest in knowing the story and like the general gist of these episodes, just go watch it. It's on Internet Archive. Yeah. Anyway, Kill 49 is the shopkeeper killed by the beetle crushing his neck with his horn. In total, 1 kill in the 9th episode, 49 kills so far. Season 1, episode 10, To the Flaming Hell, See the Tears of the Snake Woman. So basically in this one, there is this like old house. And I guess in it, how do I say this? Yeah, basically there's this lady who can turn into a snake, and obviously she can become a snake because of the Iron Cross Army, but she doesn't want to do anything bad. She's actually a good person, but she's being forced to do this by the Iron Cross Army. So yeah, I think she's like an alien or something. No, I think there was a meteorite that crashed near her house, and she like went to go explore it, and then she got those powers. I don't fucking know. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Anyway, Iron Cross Army makes her do bad shit, and it's like it's kind of like a famous folktale, not really though. Also, her and Takuya's girlfriend are friends, so that's also, yeah. Oh, okay, never mind. Kill 50 to 52 was the 3 rapists in the beginning, killed by the weird demon snake lady. Yeah, no. So at the beginning of the episode, there's these 3 guys who like come up to the house to try and stay there for the night because it's like storming. They find the lady. Not lying. They try to fucking rape her. What? Kind of crazy. I thought the Iron Cross Army was evil. These guys are right up there. Anyway, just like a normal reaction to getting to attempted rape, the girl kills them. And she actually does it. She gets their car, puts them in a car, puts the car like facing a cliff, and then puts a rock on the gas pedal, and then they just drive off the cliff and they die. Actually, I kind of expected her to just bite them. Maybe I shouldn't assume though. Anyway, kill 53 to 54. 2 hikers that disappeared on the mountain, killed by the snake lady. So I think this is like a part of like the folktale type thing, where it's like, oh yeah, there's these 2 hikers that disappeared in this secret mountain. I wonder what happened to them. It's the fucking snake lady. I'm just assuming that. So yeah. I'll get to it later. Kill 55 to 56. A security guard and a doctor in the secret police hospital. I gotta sneeze, bro. Anyway, this is killed by the snake woman biting into the neck. It's like one of those like almost these. It's like you can feel it coming, but it never comes. Kill 57 is Professor Kitazawa, killed by the Iron Cross Army. Kill 58 is Shimako? I don't know. AKA the evil snake lady, killed by lighting herself on fire. So obviously she doesn't want to do all this bad shit. The Iron Cross Army is forcing her to, so she kills herself because she doesn't want to hurt any more people. It's actually pretty cool. Dude, fuck me, dude. It's actually pretty cool, and it's like a cool part of her character. She's actually like a memorable character. But in total, there was 9 kills in the 9th episode, and there's 58 kills so far. Wait. What? Hold on. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, I'm sorry. I messed up there. I said 9th episode. I meant to say 10th episode. It's my fault. Season 1, episode 11, Professor Monster's Ultra Poisoning. Kill 59 to 60 was the 2 secret agents who escorted Ichiro back to Izu, killed by the Amazoness shooting them, then secret agents falling off a bridge. I'm not going to cap, I don't remember anything about this episode. But in total, there was 2 episodes, 2 kills, and the 11th episode, 60 kills so far. Sorry, my throat hurts. My throat hurts a lot. I've been talking for 35 minutes. Anyway, yeah. Season 1, Episode 12, Becoming Splendid to the Murderous Machine of Transformation. Kill 61 is his security guard in the beginning, killed by some random... My notes say killed by some random fucking thing, I don't know. Okay, this is a perfect time to explain. So, the Ninders, right? Spider-Man is constantly fighting them. However, most of the time, he doesn't do anything major. It's just punches. Pow, pow, pow. Maybe a few, what shot? You know? A few kicks here and there. Pow, pow, pow. Anyway. No clear deaths. It looks like all he's doing is just knocking them out. Kind of like what Spider-Man usually does. However, there is obviously very specific scenarios where they do... It looks like they actually die. But this one's a guarantee. Kill 62 to 63. The 2 Ninders who tried to sneak into the research facility. Killed by 2 agents shooting them in the back. Kill 64, the supermodel who dated Mr. Togo, killed by Miniko, throwing her off a balcony. Kill 65, Miniko, killed by suicide from jumping off a building. Yeah. In total, 5 kills in the 12th episode, 65 kills so far. Season 1, Episode 13, the Skull Group versus the Devilish Hearse? Whatever. Kill 66, Takeya's mother. This is the first time when she is confirmed to be dead. She never appears or is never really mentioned, but we never know that she actually died. She could have just left, but this is the first time that we actually get a confirmed death of Takeya's mother. Killed by unknown means. They never say how she dies. Kill 67 is Masao's mother, killed in a car accident. Kill 68 is Masao's father, killed by Amazoness shooting him in the back. Yeah, so basically in this one, there's a biker, and he's like a dick, and the Iron Cross Army sees this, and they turn him into like a machine gun. I forget which one. But Kill 69... Anyway, Kill 69 is Masao, the biker who turned into a machine gun, killed by Leopard with sword vigor. This is a very special scenario where I actually do count the machine gun, in the end as a human death and not a just monster death, because it is a human turned into a machine gun. So there's still a human inside of there. So, a human still dies. But in total, there was 4 deaths in the 13th episode, 69 kills so far. Season 1, Episode 14, Giving Father, Fight to the Song of the Hero. No deaths in this episode. Still 69 kills so far. And in fact, there was no deaths in Season 1, Episode 15, The Life of Our Arrangement. Season 1, Episode 16, Fine Dog Wrenching the Under of the Father. And there's finally a death in Season 1, Episode 17, Pro Wrestler Samson's Tears. Kill 70 is Samson's father, killed by Samson running him over. Kill 71 is Samson, killed by Leopard with sword vigor. This is another scenario where a human gets turned into a machine gun. This time it's a wrestler who wants to become pro. But in total, there was 2 deaths in the 17th episode and 71 kills so far. Season 1, episode 18, In the Mother's Chest, Resurrect the Young Boys. Kill 72 is Ryochi's father, killed in a car accident. Kill 73 is the man who stole the 5 million yen, killed by explosion. Kill 74 to 85, the 12 murders the Iron Cross Army made the reputed policeman do, killed by unknown means. Kill 86, the schoolgirl who the Iron Cross Army made commit suicide, killed by falling off a building. Yeah. So, in this one, they show a montage of, bad shit. Basically, they hypnotize people into doing shit. One of those, and this is where, the Iron Cross Army is truly evil. A high school girl, who I'm assuming is, 10, 11, 12 years old, they make her fall off a fucking building. What? What are we doing, bro? This is insane. This was the guidelines in fucking Japan back in the fucking early 80s, late 70s? What are we doing? I'm not even lying. They hypnotize a young schoolgirl into just leaping off a fucking building. What are we doing, bro? Jesus Christ. Anyway, Kill 87 was the high school student's father that Ichiro and Takuya read about in the newspaper, killed by his own son. And that's another thing. They make a child, I don't know how old he is, he could be 18, but they make a kid kill his fucking father. What are we doing, bro? In total, there were 16 deaths in the 18th episode, 87 kills so far. Season 1, episode 19, The Boy Phantom, the Villages Map. So this one I actually do want to talk about. So Takuya is visited by this, ghost boy who can, teleport and, disappear. And he also knows Takuya is Spider-Man. And so he asks Takuya for help. I forget why. I'm not gonna lie, I forget why. I think it's something to do with their god or something. Anyway, so Spider-Man goes to help them in the village, and another quick thing. No, okay, I'll get to it later. Anyway, so basically this guy's saying that they need to feed, I think they need to feed shit to the lake or something. I forget. Something about their god. It turns out to just be a machine gun. But yeah, one quick thing to mention. In this episode, Amaziness gets a wardrobe change. She gets blonde hair, a Sailor Moon-ass fucking crown, and an entire costume change. And it stays the same for pretty much the remainder of the show, besides the last few episodes. It's so fucking weird and so random. Anyway, Kill 88 is Mio's grandfather, killed by one of the guards throwing a knife into his back. Kill 89 to 93 was 4 security guards and the head army general, killed by the Iron Cross Army shooting them. In total, there were 6 deaths in the 19th episode, 93 kills so far. Season 1, episode 20, Riddle, Calling the Riddle of My Secret Birth. In this one, there's this girl who can see the future, and she doesn't believe that her parents are actually her parents. Spoiler alert, they're not. And the Iron Cross Army tries to capture her and use her abilities for evil and shit. So yeah. And one quick thing I should mention for all kill counts in the future is there's a scene where they go to a cemetery, and obviously you can see gravestones in the background and shit. I'm not counting those deaths because they're not really acknowledged or shown And I feel like that's like what has to happen for a death. It has to be, in a sense, a human death that during the movie is either acknowledged or shown. For it to be on the count. So since they're in a graveyard, unless they explicitly point out all of the gravestones, I'm not counting all of the gravestones. I'm just counting the ones that are mentioned or talked about or whatever. Sorry, I gotta get you right there. Yeah. Anyway. Where are we at? Kill 94, Mitsuko, the actual girl who could see the future, killed by unknown means. Wait. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just as confused as you. I don't know. Anyway, in total there was 1 death in the 20th episode, 94 kills so far. Season 1, episode 21, Fall to the Great Skies, Father's Love. Kill 95 was the painter's mother, killed in the traffic accident. Kill 96 and 99 was the foreign enders on the helicopter, killed by Spider-Man throwing them off the helicopter. In total, there was 5 deaths in the 21st episode, 99 kills so far. Season 1, episode 22, To the Love of the Academy of the Homeless Children. Kill 100 to 101 was the random couple that the skeleton machine Bam stole blood from, killed by stealing of blood. Kill 102 to 103, the blind girl's parents, killed by stealing of blood. Kill 104, the blind girl's grandmother, killed by unknown means. In total, 5 deaths in the 23rd episode, 104 kills so far. This is another thing. This was one of the episodes that, like, this was like the first episode that was cut off short. It was like 7 minutes long. This low-key probably would have been a fire episode. Because, first off, the Machine Bem looks fucking dope. It looks like Skeletor if he was mutated with the Timothy Ooze. Like, he looks fucking dope. He looks actually insane. And there's this part that I explicitly remember. It's only really, like, shown once. From the episode that I had. Sorry, my throat hurts from talking this much. Anyway. It's really only one scene that I saw. But, so, what they do is they, like, knocked these parents out. And they also took their kid into a hospital. Well, no, into an ambulance. I think. I think what they did was they knocked the people in the car out, took the car, and then also took an ambulance to this, like, discreet location, right? And then took the parents away. But I guess they didn't know about the kid, and one of the skeleton guy's henchmen saw the kid, and instead of taking it to the rest of the people, he, like, looked at her, and, like, he stared for a little bit, and I guess he felt, like, empathy or some shit. So, because he took the kid and, like, just, like, sent her off to a safe location. It was a really cool moment, because I think if it was, like, more fleshed out, if I actually saw the full episode, I don't know if it happens during the full episode, but, like, I would have really liked to see a fleshed out henchman turning to the good side. That would have been fucking dope. If I could have saw that would have been awesome. But I didn't, and it sucks. Anyway, season 1, episode 23 was To the Love Academy. Oh, wait. I just said that. Anyway, season 1, episode 23, To the Love Academy of the Homeless Children. 0 deaths in the 23rd episode. 104 kills so far. Season 1, episode 24, Cockroach Bay Great War. Kill 105 to 109 was the 5 Interpol employees who borrowed money from the Iron Cross Army, killed by the toxic gas from the Machine Bem. In total, 5 deaths in the 24th episode, 109 kills so far. Season 1, episode 25, Treasure, Dog, and Double Grow Human. Kill 110 was Nakayama's daughter, killed by an illness. Hold on, I'm gonna have to give me a second here. Kill 111 was Phantom number 17, aka Nakayama, killed by Amazingness repeatedly hitting him with a stick. In total, 2 deaths in the 25th episode, 111 kills so far. Season 1, episode 26, To the Absolute Crisis, The Imitation Hero. Kill 112 to 117. 6 random people killed in front of the jewelry store, killed by unknown means. This was another episode that got cut off short. 6 deaths in the 26th episode, 117 kills so far. Season 1, episode 27, Farewell, War Buddy, Beloved German Shepherd. Kill 118 to 124. 7 Ninders killed by explosion after Spider-Man webs them up. In total, 7 deaths in the 27th episode, 120 kills so far. 124 kills so far, sorry. Season 1, episode 28, The Front of the Alley Boys Detective Group. 0 deaths in this episode, still 124 kills so far. Season 1, episode 29, Hurry GP7, Time of Stop Sign. Kill 125 to 126. Was Chairman Sugi and his driver, killed by the explosion set off by Machine Gun Bomb Wolf. 2 deaths in the 29th episode, 126 kills so far. Season 1, episode 30, Good Luck, Beautiful Police Officer. Kill 127 was Officer Ino's brother, killed by the Iron Cross Army. Kill 128 was a random cop shown in the flashback, also killed by the Iron Cross Army shooting him. Kill 129 was a pickpocketer that the Iron Cross Army hired, killed by the Iron Cross Army shooting him. Kill 130 to 135 was 6 cops transporting Cobalt X, killed by the Iron Cross Army shooting them. Kill 136 to 139, 4 Iron Cross Army members in a car, killed by Spider-Man blowing up their car with Machine GP7. In total, 13 deaths in the 30th episode, 139 kills so far. Season 1, episode 31, There Was No Child Taking Detective Tomorrow. Kill 140 to 146. 7 people who smoked MASH, killed by dancing until they were dead. Kill 147 to 152. 6 members of the Iron Cross Army, killed by detectives shooting them. Kill 153. Kurosaki. The main producer of MASH, killed by Amazingness betraying him in some way. Kill 154, Detective's wife, killed by the Iron Cross Army. Kill 155 to 159, 5 Ninders, killed by Detective shooting him. Kill 160 to 161, 2 Ninders, killed in the explosion of the MASH production facility. In total, 22 deaths in the 31st episode, 161 kills so far. Season 1, episode 32, Sweet Whispering Enchantress. Kill 162, the electrician in the beginning, killed by... Hold on. Killed by Amazingness throwing him off a ledge. 1 death in the 32nd episode, 162 kills so far. Season 1, episode 33, The Boy Teases the Horrible Wild Girl. Kill 163 to 164, with 2 more bodies showing the Two more bodies shown in the destruction of Planet Spider, killed by the Iron Cross Army. Kill 165, the Pendant Girl's dad, killed by falling off a scaffolding. Kill 166 was the Pendant Girl's mom, killed by the Iron Cross Army. In total, 4 deaths in the 33rd episode, 166 kills so far. Sorry. Season 1, episode 34, Surprising Camera Murderous Event. Kill 167 was a junkyard worker, killed by the Iron Cross Army shooting him. Kill 168 was a Ninder, killed by Scrapman blowing him up. Kill 169 was the president, killed by Scrapman's toxic gas. In total, 3 deaths in the 34th episode, 169 kills so far. Season 1, episode 35 from the Unexplored. Here comes the Mummified Beautiful Woman. This is where, who is it, Bella and Rita? Shit. Hold on. Shit. Hold on. Hold your horses. This is where Bella and Rita get introduced. They are the mummies that are stolen in the beginning. So yeah. They are the Mummified Beautiful Woman. Kill 170 to 171, the 2 mummies that were stolen in the beginning. Killed by unknown means. Yeah, that's basically Bella and Rita. When they originally died and became mummies. That's what I'm counting here. Kill 172 to 177, 6 Ninders. Killed by Spider-Man blowing them up with GP7. Kill 178 to 183, 6 more Ninders. Killed by Spider-Man blowing them up with GP7. So in total there was 14 deaths in the 35th episode, 183 kills so far. Season 1, episode 36, The Onion, Silver Mask, and the Boys Detective Group. Kill 184 was Dr. Miracle. Killed by Leopardo with Sword Vigor. In total, 1 death in the 36th episode, 184 kills so far. So this one I actually do want to talk about again. So this, I guess, alien crash lands on Earth. Well, not crash lands on Earth, but comes to Earth to do work for the Iron Cross Army. And she has the ability to change the size of her body. And yeah, she changes the size of her body, and then Spider-Man fights her with Leopard on. But in total, 1 death in the 36th episode, 184 kills so far. Season 1, episode 37 from the Secret Messenger of Hell, Great King Enma. And this is another episode that I want to talk about. So, in this episode, this guy predicts the resurrection of Enma, the Enma Devil, which there is something called Enma. In like Hindu mythology, Enma is the god of hell, and he basically decides whether your soul goes to heaven or hell. I'm assuming that's what this is based off of. I'm not sure though. That's what I'm assuming. But Kill 185 was the kid's dad, killed by the Enma Devil's blowheart. When I say the kid's dad, I mean the guy who predicted the Enma Devil's resurrection. Kill 186, a Ninder, killed by the Enma Devil's blow dart. Kill 187, the boy's mother, killed by illness. And kill 188 to 189 was Amazonis's 2 mummies, Bella and Rita, killed by Spider-Man throwing them off a roof. So let me explain here. Every single kill besides kill 187 was resurrected. And this is another important thing to talk about when I get to kill counts. For someone to be counted as a death, their heart needs to stop beating. If their heart stops beating at any point whatsoever, they are officially dead. So, when a character dies, but then gets resurrected, they still died, but they just came back to life. That's what happens for everything. That's what happens for the kid's dad. That's what happens for the Ninder. That's what happens for Bella and Rita. So yeah. But in total, there was 5 deaths in the 30th. I'm actually gonna shoot myself, dude. There was 5 deaths in the 37th episode. 189 kills so far. Keep having to spit to get all the fucking mucus out of my mouth. I'm sorry, that was very nasty. I truly am sorry. Season 1, episode 38 was the first 10-play Evening Star in the Boys Detective Group. Kill 190 was Professor Ashida, killed by the poison. I can't speak, dude. Killed by the poison from an arrow. This was also another episode that got cut off. I don't know if he survives. I'm assuming that he's dead. Because the last that we saw him, he was fucking dead. But in total, there was one death in the 38th episode, 190 kills so far. Kill season 1, episode 39, Sports World, One Great Meeting. Kill 191 was Tachibana's son, killed by the Iron Cross Army. Kill 192 was Killer Nelson, killed by a great wrestler breaking his back. Kill 193 to 195 was 3 Ninders, killed by the detective Tachibana shooting them. Hold on. Okay, and I'm sorry, messed up here. Kill 196 was a martial arts champion, killed by a great wrestler breaking his back as well. Wait, what? Hold on. Yeah, okay. Kill 187 was Black Iron of Brazil, killed by a great wrestler snapping his neck. Kill 198 was Great Wrestler, killed by Spider-Man running him over with GP7. Spider-Man runs over Superhuman Fighter and Great Wrestler. However, only Superhuman Fighter gets back up. So I'm assuming that Great Wrestler is just dead. Kill 199 is Superhuman Fighter, killed by Leopardo with Sword Vigor. I don't want to say Vigor because that's too close to something else. I'm just going to say Vigor. In total, 9 deaths in the 39th episode, 199 kills so far. Season 1, episode 40 was Farewell, Zero Battle Tricks. Killed 200. 200? Oh my god. A crazy known fact that we actually already passed. Spider-Man, Japanese Spider-Man, has more kills in it than any of the John Wick projects. I'm not lying. Granted, there's probably like 5 more hours of content, or like maybe even 6 more hours of content. That's still crazy though, that there is more kills in Japanese Spider-Man than there is any of the John Wick projects. Okay, I mean combined, John Wick has more, but standalone, none of the John Wick projects have more kills than Spider-Man. That's crazy to think about. Anyway, kill 200 is Nishimaru, killed by the Iron Cross Army. Kill 201 was Mr. Nongo, killed by an illness. Kill 202 was Mr. Nongo's third apprentice, killed by unknown means. Kill 203 was a hospital security guard, killed by the Iron Cross Army. Kill 204 is a Ninder, killed by Spider-Man throwing him off a building. In total, 5 deaths in the 40th episode, 204 kills so far. Season 1, episode 41 was The Heroes Shining Hot Blood. Kill 205 to 209 was 5 Ninders in the beginning, killed by GP7's rockets. Actually, this is the last episode. I forgot to mention that. This is the last episode. And it's an interesting one. So, Professor Monster is not happy with the fact that Amazingness is constantly being defeated by Spider-Man. So, Amazingness tries to prove herself by trying to reveal the true identity of Spider-Man. And the entire show, Amazingness is hell-bent on, is hell-bent on Takaya Yamashiro being Spider-Man, which obviously she's right, but Professor Monster doesn't believe her. So Amazingness goes to Takaya's house, kidnaps his girlfriend, and then hits him with like a fucking stick or some shit that has poison on it. So that way, when Spider-Man goes to try and save his girlfriend, Spider-Man, aka Takaya, is hit with the poison that Takaya got hit with. So, since Spider-Man is feeling the poison that Amazingness hit Takia with, that proves that Takia is Spider-Man. It's actually kind of a smart plan, I'm not gonna lie. But, like, it's basically he's hit with poison, the Ninders fucking beat him to smithereens and throw him into the lake, and Amazingness thinks that Spider-Man is dead. And something that's also important is earlier on in the episode, their plan to, like, I guess, like, destroy Earth in a sense is to send a bunch of rockets at it. However, the escape rocket that they have only has 3 seats for Professor Monster and then Bella and Rita, not Amazingness. So Amazingness is fucking pissed. And when, like, Professor Monster and Amazingness find out that Spider-Man is still alive, Amazingness gets pissed, takes the escape card that, like, is supposed to go in the rocket, takes it into the rocket, and then just flies into space herself. I know. It's actually kind of a crazy moment. I was getting hyped. I'm not gonna lie. I watched the entirety of the fucking series in 2x speed because I didn't give a shit. Actually, I watched it in, like, 2x and 3x speed. For some reason, 3x was only on my phone, and then 3x was on my computer, and then 2x was on my phone, and I flipped up. Anyway, but I watched the entirety of the show in, like, 2x speed. This episode, I decided to watch it in 1x speed because, one, it's the series finale, and it was actually getting kind of hype. I'm not gonna lie, it was getting hype. So yeah, Amazingness just flies off into space herself. However, Professor Monster sends a rocket, like a little mini torpedo, into the rocket that she's in and kills her. And that gives us kill 210. Also, I didn't count Bella and Rita. Sorry. I didn't count Bella and Rita. I probably should have, but it didn't look like they died. However, I really doubt that he would have left them to just be alive. I don't know. I still didn't count them, and we're still going to keep the count as final. So kill 211, and our final kill of Japanese Spider-Man, the show, is Professor Monster, killed by Leopardo with sword vigor. Fuck. Oh my god, dude. I don't want to keep saying it, dude. I accidentally do that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But in total, there was 7 deaths in the 41st episode and 211 kills in Spider-Man, aka Japanese Spider-Man. That's that. There you go. Real quick, we're gonna do the movie too. Kill 1 is an Ninder killed by drowning. There's a helicopter. Spider-Man throws the Ninder into the water, and he's knocked out, yes, but he's also in the fucking water. He's gonna fucking drown. The doy. Kill 2 to 3 is 2 more Ninders, also killed by drowning. 2 more Ninders in a helicopter. But in total, there's only 3 kills in the movie. And actually, so yeah, this is set in between episode 10 and 11. And this is actually where Spider-Man meets Interpol, which is basically just like a company that is set on destroying the Iron Cross Army. So yeah. And there's a monster death in this one. I don't have the monster deaths. I don't have access to it yet. But yeah. That's about it. I'm sorry for the long-ass fucking length. I did not expect this to be an hour long. But, unfortunately, it is. I couldn't help myself from yapping. But yes, we are finally done with Japanese Spider-Man. And we are continuing on with the rest of the Marvel movies. Next up, we will be covering the 1978 Doctor Strange movie. Can't wait to see you guys there. Bye.